Hey, welcome back to another Netcast. I'm Rich Lopez, Quantrix Authority. Sincerely appreciate you joining me today for episode number 148, Eclipse Explained. I have here a very basic model. I have P&L lines of sales, coupons. When you subtract coupons from sales, you get net revenue, as I have indicated here in this formula. And then I have COGS. And when you subtract COGS from net revenue, you go ahead and get gross margin, like I have in this formula. And this is by division of Oak City, Fool Creek, and Tabletop. What I want to do is I want to insert a summary item that goes ahead and totals or averages. In this case, let's say I want to average the sales, the coupons, the net revenue, and the gross margin. So I go here, division, I insert a summary item that does an average. And what this is doing is it's going out and it inserted this new formula. It says average of division is average summary divisions. So again, all it's doing is taking the average of these, the average of these. That gives me 367, as I can see down here, and doing it all the way down. But what happens is when I insert a summary item, typically, I get something known as an eclipse. And what an eclipse is saying is that, well, I was computing net revenue by taking sales less coupons. Okay, that's generally how you compute net revenue. But in this instance, in this cell right here, I'm not taking sales less coupons. I'm actually taking the average of these right here, because that's what I'm telling it to do in Formula 3, is I'm telling it to take the average. So what we have is we have an eclipse to calculate this cell right here. And how you need to handle this is you need to decide, well, which formula do I want to really perform the calculation of the disputed cell. And I know which cells are the disputed cells because as I click on certain formulas, I can see that there's highlighting here that's traditional and normal, if you will. And this tells me that, well, yes, these cells here are being computed just like the formula says, sales less coupons. But you can see where I have these slanted lines here. This is really disputed, and this is where I have an eclipse going on, meaning, yeah, I have a formula that is written for it, but then I have another formula that is eclipsing it or overriding it, that is performing the calculation that is being seen. And in some instances, it makes a big difference whether or not you have eclipses going on. And as a best practice, you want to make sure that you clean up eclipses as you build out your model. Otherwise, you'll end up having very complex models, and you won't know really what formula maybe is supposed to take the precedence over the other formula. And I know that from just some experience as time has gone on. So the way you clean up eclipses is you decide which formula should calculate the disputed cell, and then you go to the other formulas where the eclipses are taking place or being eclipsed, and you go ahead and you can simply right click and click insert skips, or you again could go in here and you could say skip average average of divisions, just like that. And then that clears up your eclipses. Again, as I click on these, I do not see disputed cells here, and the reason why I don't see them being disputed is because I told net revenue to skip average of divisions. So now average of divisions is only being computed as follows instead of the other way around like it was before. Anyway, I hope you find that useful about understanding eclipses. If you have any questions about eclipses or anything in regards to Quantrix Modeler, I hope that you'll reach out to me at quantrixauthority@gmail.com. I absolutely love Quantrix. I want to make you a Quantrix master, so please join me again for another episode of Quantrix Authority with Rich